Just be careful out there. We'll have a guest later in the show. We'll speak with nurse practitioner Julieta. She has a crazy last name, Tavmasian, I believe is how you pronounce it. She is with the Dignity Health Grossman Burn Center. Give you some tips on one, how to stay safe and not burn yourself. But most of you won't listen and you'll blow your finger off. So we've also provided tips on what to do just in case you burn yourself, or if you hey, can we get that? I think that's live behind you. Is that live? The president, I believe, is landing or departing for Iowa. And as the president does, which is not what we were used to for the last 4 years, we'll just say that. Every time there's a gaggle of cameras and microphones, Donald Trump, better believe, is going to say something. He is headed to Iowa, if I am not mistaken. Here is the President of the United States.
Being there, I did not have much of a problem with any of them. As you know, we had 2 negative votes, but we had whatever it was, the final vote. Yeah, I think a few of them I did, but I think they would have gone yes anyway. No deals, no deals. What I did is we talked about how good the bill is. I mean, that's a deal, I guess, when you think about it. But obviously convinced them, but it was not hard. This is a great bill. This is going to be a great bill for the country.
Congressman Ryan Fitzpatrick was one of 2 no's to vote no to the digital bill. Do you want to primary him too?
Well, I was disappointed that he did that. There were 2 of them that voted no, so I was disappointed that he voted no.
Mr. President, what was the plan here for today at conference?
We had a call. It was a pretty long call. We talked about a lot of things, including Iran. And we also talked about, as you know, the war with Ukraine. And I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy. No, I didn't make any progress with them today at all.
Mr. President, how much growth can the country expect from the one?
I think we're going to get great growth. I think we'll have growth at record numbers. This is going to be something that's amazing. And everybody was watching it all over the world. And I want to congratulate the speaker and Tom Emmer and Steve Scalise and everybody else. I mean, they worked so hard, so hard. This has really been going on for over a year, if you think about it. I think, to be exact, about 14 months. And this was the culmination. And I guess it ended a lot earlier. A lot of people thought it would end up the following afternoon. Well, it ended up late in the evening. But they were great. They were great. And by the way, on the Senate side, I thought Senator Thune did a fantastic job.
What do you think it says about the power you amassed within your party compared to your first term that you were able to get this over the finish line?
I think I have more power now. I do. You know, I could say, oh, gee, I don't know. I think I probably do because we've had a great record of success. You know, my first term was very, very successful. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think we're going to blow it away this term. But, you know, we've proven certain things. And, yeah, I think probably it's got more gravitas, more power.
Sure, you signed a trade deal with Vietnam yesterday. Great deal, 40% on transshipment.
Yeah.
Can we expect any more of that before next week, sir?
So we have a couple of other deals, but my inclination is to send a letter out and saying what tariff they're going to be paying. It's just much easier. We have, far more than 170 countries. And how many deals can you make? And you can make good deals, but they're very much more complicated. I'd rather, and I've been like this from the beginning, I'd rather send out a letter saying this is what you're going to pay to do business in the United States. And I think it'll be well received. I think it's just so many countries. And, then they go specific. Let's do this, let's do that, beef, ethanol. And I'd rather just do a simple deal where you can maintain it and control it. You're going to pay a 20% or 25 or 30% tariff.
You put in a record.
And we're going to be sending some letters out starting probably tomorrow, maybe 10 a day, to various countries saying what they're going to pay to do business with the U.S.
Intern of a Republican Congress was done down last time Washington, D.C. Do you think it's time for Congress to take that control of D.C.?
I think that D.C. Has to become a very safe place. And we're not going to let anything bad happen to D.C. That's our beautiful D.C. And we're not going to let anything bad. And we'll have something to say about it next week.
Why did you hold back why did you pause weapons shipments to Ukraine? Why did you pause weapons shipments?
We haven't. We're giving weapons, but we've given so many weapons. But we are giving weapons, and we're working with them and trying to help them. But we haven't. You know, Biden emptied out our whole country giving them weapons. And we have to make sure that we have enough for ourselves. Who are you with? Oh, no wonder.
Symbolism tomorrow when you sign the One Big Beautiful Bill on Independence Day at the White House, kicking off the 250 years of American independence. What message should Americans be getting tomorrow when you sign this bill?
Well, I think it's going to be really a message of proudness. You're going to be proud of your country because our country is doing fantastically well. The economy is great. You saw the stock market today. We're setting records, and in every aspect of our country, we're doing well, despite the fact that we inherited millions of people that shouldn't have been here. And I think we have crime stats that are coming out that are showing the lowest numbers we've had in many years. And that also, despite the fact that a lot of people are here that shouldn't have been let into our country. So they're going to be very proud tomorrow. So we're signing at about 5 o'clock. And at about 5 o'clock, we're going to have B-2s and F-22s and F-35s flying right over the White House. And the Speaker and I and John Thune, we're all there together with most Republican senators and congressmen and women. And it's going to be a great day. So we'll be signing with those beautiful planes flying right over our heads.
It'll be a 4th of July celebration like none other, because all the president does is, all I do is win, win. How's the song go? All I do is win, win, win. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. He's winning with the bill, or he's winning with the tariffs. He's winning a lot of, you don't hear it. What happened? Cindy hasn't called lately. Where is Cindy? How's that 401k doing, Cindy? I heard the market's rebounded.
It's summer. She's not working right now.
Oh, that's right. It's summer, Cindy. Let's get to a break and come on the other side. I've got some local stuff to talk about before we get to our interview with nurse practitioner Julieta Tavmasian over at the Grossman Burn Center. Going to give you some tips on how to stay safe over the 4th of July weekend. Oh, it's already hot. It's supposed to cool down, though.
God, I hope so.
It's supposed to cool down tomorrow into the mid-90s. Perfect for a 4th of July barbecue. Where is Cindy? Cindy, are you on a long vacation? How's that 401k? Again, I heard the stock market is doing just fine now. It's all-time record highs. Is that what? Maybe Daniel Petrie from Messmaker and Petrie later with the Ralph Bailey show can clear things up for Cindy. Hope she's doing okay. If I say her one more time, or her name one more time, is it like Beetlejuice and she just magically appears? Let's not test those waters. Let's get to a break. Come back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 11.
It's the day before the Independence Day, as we all get ready for a long 3-day weekend, 4th of July. Be safe out there. Here's at least 4 tips, okay? 1, do not drink and drive. Please, I beg of you, do not drink and drive. If you're at family's house, stay the night. If you really have to go home, get an Uber, a Lyft, or somebody that's sober to drive you home. Do not drink and drive. Tip number 2, do not leave children unattended in the pool. One more time, tip number 2, do not leave children unattended in the pool. Tip number 3. I think that's it. No, I think, did we cover all the bases, Chris? Don't leave kids unattended in the pool. Don't drink and drive. Other than that, I mean, have fun. Fireworks, I know some people, fireworks they hate fireworks and they're anti-America and they're like, these fireworks all the time, all year round. You guys know who I'm talking about. I love fireworks on the other hand. Go ahead, Chris. What do you want to say?
I don't know anything, old man.
Anti-American. I, on the other hand, love fireworks.
You could totally take shots at him too, just because he's taking some of me.
He did take a shot at you.
I
earlier,
totally
Chris.
should.
We're speaking of Scott Cox in the morning, in case you don't know, and they can get back to him. We don't care. But he's always complaining about fireworks, and that's why I say I don't go to the east side. Maybe it's an east side problem. It isn't really a problem around this in my neighborhood until the 4th of July. And again, I'm cool with it.
I got no issue.
I got no issue.
I can sleep through it.
My dog's cool. I have a dog, so if somebody had a reason to throw a fit because he's got a, I was gonna use the B word to make a joke because it's my female dog and I could use that word here, but I think my daughter's watching on the video, so I have to be careful sometimes about what I say. It's a kid-friendly show. It's family-friendly. I know all the well, it's summer, but dads with their kids in the car for pickup line and everything. Speaking of kids in the car, we have more information about Mom of the Year, who was in court yesterday. It doesn't get any better. Didn't somebody tell us yesterday that it was an eyebrow place or something? That's the medical spa that she was out, that it was, oh, well, Jared, it was an eyebrow place. Well, she was getting lip fillers. I don't know if they do that at an eyebrow place or not. Again, these little joints are popping up all over the place. And I don't know if it's because emergency room nurses or nurse practitioners have gone out on their own because they can perform some like small invasive procedures without a doctor. And so they just open up offices all throughout town, and now you can go and get your lips injected anywhere by anybody. So apparently Maya Hernandez, mother of the 1-year-old that had passed away in the vehicle, was driving a 2022 hybrid Toyota Corolla, claimed that she left the car on with the air conditioner for them, even though she was told via text message by an employee at the spa that, oh yeah, you can bring your kids into the waiting room, no big deal. Because they're used to servicing moms with kids, trust me. So no, it was not an accident. She left them there on purpose and even claims to have done so, but with the car on. And I don't know if Mom of the Year here realizes that it's illegal to leave a child unattended, and I believe it's the age of 5 or 6, in a vehicle, period. With or without the car on, with or without air conditioning, you don't leave. And this is why I say we need a license to have children, because do you want to know where dear old dad is at? According to a GoFundMe that has been set up for the 1-year-old, dear old dad is in jail on another offense. And I hate to say these kids never had a shot, but man. The 2-year-old that survived has been placed into Child Protective Services, thankfully. And we can only pray. Not sure when Ms. Hernandez is due back in court, but she did have a prior run-in with CPS back in March, apparently. If only we would have taken the kids then. Got to take a break. It's the JR Show. We'll be back.
the thought, or at least thought they had put later, somebody steps in it or falls into it. You know what I mean? The fire pits.
Yes, and that does happen fairly often because a lot of time when there's an open fire, we are very, very careful. But once we think that the fire and there's no more risk or harm, that's when the injuries start to happen. People accidentally step into the fire pit, which is still hot.
Yeah, which I heard about a young child that this happened to. She's now an older adult and has been able to recover thanks to the help with Dignity and the Memorial Hospital Grossman Burn Center. What are the most common injuries that you guys see coming into the 4th of July? Is it burns from fireworks, or is it burns from fire like fire pits and barbecues?
I think it's fairly spread out. We see a lot of kind of smaller, very preventable injuries that happen from the barbecues and grills. We do occasionally get bigger firework injuries. A lot of times those are to the hands, right, when people are setting off fireworks. But I would say it's fairly 50.
Those tips, Julieta, one of those is don't let your kids handle fireworks.
Yes, I cannot stress that enough. Do not let your kids near fireworks. Keep them.
And the sparklers are cute, and you want to let them hold the sparkler and run around with them and do all that. Just it's not worth it. It's really not.
Exactly. And they are much faster than we think they are. So they will hurt themselves if we give them a chance to.
Yeah. I mean, you have to supervise them, but again, just don't hand them a firework. Keep them a safe distance. Let them sit on the grass. You happen to get burned. Say you're lighting a firework and it is a sparkler and it happens to malfunction and you catch a burn on your.
The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn down. So room temperature water, 15 to 20 minutes.
Why don't put cold on it?
We don't want to put anything too cold because we're trying to avoid. So not too cold and not too hot. So just cool room temperature water. This is going to help increase the pain, and it's going to stop the heat from penetrating any deeper. If there are blisters, which is entirely possible, do not pop them. Anytime we pop blisters, we increase the risk of infection. Keep the area away from heat, sun, and dirt. So if you're going to continue to spend your day outdoors, make sure you're keeping that area covered. And just wash with soap and water, especially if you have blisters and they burst. Just be very, very careful with getting any kind of dirt or anything in it. Wash it with soap and water.
I heard when. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And then, of course, don't put anything on it. No butter, toothpaste.
Let's see, and that's exactly what I was about to ask you. Is when I was a kid and growing up, I heard just put some butter on it. That's not true.
Yeah, that's
a myth.
I'm pretty sure we've all heard that growing up. We've all probably done it at some point.
I did. I remember one time I was handling a chainsaw and it burned my hand a little bit. And I said, "Oh man, let me go get some butter out of the fridge." Put the butter right on top of it. And I said, "That didn't do anything. It feels like it made it worse."
No, it can trap heat, which can worsen the burn. And while it maybe might help relieve some pain at that moment, it's not going to help in the long run.
What should you put on it, if anything? You said the water and then maybe gauze or something? Should you cover it or keep it uncovered?
Ideally, you keep it uncovered. Wash with soap and water. Keep it uncovered. Just keep it clean. And the next best thing, if you are in any doubt as to the extent of this injury, just come to the ER. We will dress it for you at the hospital. We will make sure that you have a follow-up at the burn clinic. So you're not doing too much at home that shouldn't be done. But again, if you're not going to come to the clinic and you're going to be outdoors and you're going to be running around in the dirt, then
this might need. I might need to go see Julieta, the family nurse practitioner down at the Grossman Burn Center for this. What are some of the signs? Are blisters a sign that, hey, maybe I get this checked out?
Blisters are a sign of a second degree. So yes, they should absolutely be checked out. I would say if you are even asking yourself that question, that maybe I should go see somebody for this, then you should.
It's probably not a bad idea. If you have to ask, maybe I think I might need to see somebody, you probably might as well just go in anyways, right?
Exactly. And we have great burn nurses that'll come down to the ER and they'll take a look and they'll tell you, is this emergency? Are you going to be in the hospital, or can you come back in a week and just follow up? So you will be taken care of. So it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Always better to be safe than sorry. And then obviously if you have 3rd-degree burns, you want to get in as quickly as possible, right?
Absolutely, yes. Any kind of 3rd-degree burn, anything that is that looks like it is anything deeper than a sunscreen, or maybe a really anything that is that looks like it is anything deeper than a sunscreen, or maybe a really bad come in.
That are just activity that may lead, and it's going to happen over the weekend. I'm sorry, it's going to happen. Any other advice you can give to people out there that may be involved in activities that may cause a burn?
Those really are the main ones. Regardless of what you're doing, always keep water nearby. Make sure you have a hose that can be running at any given moment. I would say don't drink. They don't relight them. Always only just light them.
And don't hold them in your hand.
Don't hold them in your hand. Yes.
Do not hold the fireworks in your hand. And like I said, even sparklers, they're cute, they're fun.
And stay away from
function. You know what I mean? Those can even do something that will cause a burn, right?
Yeah, they're still open flames and they're still technically explosives, no matter how cute.
You have seen in your practice?
I would say probably some major firework injuries. While there are a lot of other burn injuries that are pretty bad, I would say some firework injuries have been fairly bad.
Yeah. What about if you lose a digit? You know what I mean? What if you're what if you're the big dummy that wants to set off a Piccolo Pete bomb and there goes your index finger?
Mm-hmm. First things first, make sure you're holding pressure, make sure you're stopping any bleeding, and you're calling 911. You're coming to the ER right away. This is not going to wait until 4th of July is over.
This isn't a wait till the end of the night situation.
There's nothing you can do for this at home. You're just keeping the bleeding down as much as possible, and you're going to the emergency room.
Should you try to tie off, like if you have a little piece of a digit left, or maybe at the wrist, should you start to tie it off, maybe like a tourniquet to at least stop the bleeding?
You don't necessarily need to do a tourniquet. Just if you have a clean washcloth or something, just hold it down, hold as much pressure as you can to stop the bleeding, and go right to the ER. Thankfully, Bakersfield is not that big of a town. The closest ER is not that far away. And
another question, if you can find the digit that you may have lost, bring it with you?
Yes, if you can, sure. A lot of times in these situations, they're not salvageable, but you can. Don't put it directly on ice. Just maybe put it in a Ziploc and
I'm sorry.
Bring it with you in a cooler. Yeah. But again, a lot of times they're not going to be salvageable.
Just get to the hospital as quickly as you can and count your losses at that point, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to be busy this weekend and just throughout probably the rest of summer as we continue on in burn season. So I wanted to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day today.
Of course, thank you.
And
keep us safe.
Yeah, no, for sure. And to all your team down there, hats off to them. Thank you very much. And just Godspeed over the weekend is all I can say.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
That was family nurse practitioner Julieta Tavsmazian. She's with Dignity Health Memorial Hospital, Grossman Burn Center, trying to keep you guys safe from blowing off your fingers or burning your hand off, or just don't be an idiot. Just don't. I know I used to, so I can't talk mess. I used to like to light the firework and act a fool too, but just light it and get out of the way and just enjoy the show. Keep everybody safe and everybody will have a good time. And don't drink and drive. Watch your kids around the pool. Please. It's going to be a long weekend. Let's all try to make it to Monday. We got to take a break. get out of here. Again, thanks to family nurse practitioner Julieta Tavsmazian with Dignity Health Memorial Hospital's Grossman Burn Center. This is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Man selling ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, got some ice cream on the way to work today. Not just any ice cream, some La Rosa bars. Stopped in just in time before she shut down for the day. Well, no, she's not shut down for the day. She shuts down at 3 for the day. So you have 5 minutes to get over there. But if not, you can go stop by La Rosa tomorrow morning from 7:30 to 9:30. She's got the red, white, and blue bars for the 4th of July. So stop in. And if you do, just tell her JR said hi if you see Norma in there. Stopped in, got my bar, shared some with Chris, shared some with Randy down the hall, shared some with China in the Spanish station, and that's it. That's all who's here. There's nobody else here. It's 3 of us in the whole dang studio.
You know what it was?
What was it?
Scott didn't bring the donuts, so everyone.
Scott didn't bring donuts. I mean, we told him he needed to bring donuts because it was it's not Friday, but Friday.
I mean,
Sorry,
what good
Friday.
is a morning show host if he doesn't bring the donuts?
I'll go get my own donuts. I'll have a problem go get my own donuts.
See, but that's not the point.
I know. If you start something,
We could all go get our own donuts.
you have to continue that. You can't just, no.
You threw everybody off. Everyone had to go home and get back in bed and start over.
I'm just saying. It's not a good look, Mr. Cox. So I brought everybody here La Rosa bars.
Lemon lime, if I'm not mistaken.
Lemon lime. It's classic.
Fantastic.
Red, white, and blue one. It's
I'm not huge on coconut.
Yeah. It's cherry, coconut, and bubble gum. Now, bars. 5376-661-842-KER. Have anything on the text board, sir?
I just got a couple here.
What you got?
This first one says, already well over 35,000 acres in one day.
Oh, they're talking about the Madre fire. I believe that's what we're calling it. If I'm not mistaken, Madre fire down there just past New Coyoma and Santa Maria. So if you're headed out to the coast, just check before you leave. 166 is still in both directions due to the fire. So if you have plans to go to the Central Coast as a lot before you leave, to know which way you're going to go, and just know that everybody has to go that way. So it's gonna be a minute. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
Got one more here. It says tip number 3: put a collar on your dang dog if you have to leave it out.
Yeah, a collar works.
That's actually a good point. I don't understand how you guys cannot have collars on your dogs.
Yeah, a chip. Get your dog chipped even, which only works if it ends up at the
Pound
shelter and they can scan it. Other than that, if somebody finds your dog and wants to keep it, I mean, they're going to keep it with the collar regardless. But at least I found the dog about a month and a half ago wandering around, had a collar on it, came inside, was playing with Tinkerbell. I finally was able to grab the collar and get a number, called the lady and said, "Hey, I got your dog." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so great." And so, yes, get your dog a collar and put your number on it and your address, just in case the dog happens to get out at any time, but especially over the 4th of July weekend. The other tips were, do not drink and drive. Again, do not, I shouldn't have to tell you guys this, but I'm going to. Do not drink and drive, and do not leave children unattended in the pool. Please, even if they know how to swim, just don't do it. It's not worth it. Just watch them. Heck, get in the pool with them. Be safe, be good to each other. Celebrate the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. God bless America. What else? What other slogans?
America.
America.
The other part of that.
America. It's America. Hey, and I'll be out at the parade town tomorrow. Come find me. Say hello. I got to get out of here. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN. Green Acres 6.1 FM. Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.